if you put me in that room and you saying something that I don't agree with, like I would feel crazy just sitting there and not saying anything. Because I've been in that position. It happened recently.
Okay, see, my question is when we are in these situations where something is obvious, like, okay, this is wrong, or this is not right, or this is not the proper, I guess, light for us, whatever, right? I think my question is, how do we address it? And I think that's a thing because obviously there are different people that have different ways of communicating. I have friends that can speak very well, and then I have friends that have no filter and have bad timing. So I think that's one of the things that we as a people need to understand. Like, how do we go about making that correction? Or you know what I'm saying? Is it being nice and putting the hand up and saying, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's a thing right there that we need to kind of think about.
Well, I will say, like, as a black person...
Go ahead, let it fly.
I would never get in a room with a bunch of, like, white people and be, like, super aggressive, because my point is definitely never going to be heard. It's never going to be heard.
Delivery.
Yeah, like,
you're a woman. Yeah. Oh, you're a woman.
You're black, you're a woman.
Black girl, we gave her this fucking job, and now she's annoying.
Angry black girl.
You can't.
That's a fact.
So it's like, I'm gonna speak my mind. Like, if I gotta think about it, I'm gonna think about it. But just know that I might pull that person to the side and be like, hey, like, that meeting we had earlier, I didn't really, like, understand that, or I don't really know what you meant, but this is how I took it. So what now? If you're not comfortable saying it in a room, you can find that person who physically said whatever it is, you know, that was going on in that meeting, and pull them to the side. Because that may be another thing. You may not want to speak in front of a bunch of people. But I think I've gotten to the point, because I've been working in fashion since I was 16. It's like 10 years now. 11.
Yeah.
Swagging on with the Yeezys, one sock up.
No.
Wait, what?
I can vouch for this. I can say.
Hold on.
Since Angie was like 11, 12 years old, I can say her fashion style. Like, I don't know if your parents was dressing you, whatever. Always able to dress well. Always able to dress well. The gear.
Damn, I thought I was bummy back in school.
No.
I'll show you bummy.
Everybody knew, like, gear. Angie could put it together. But there's people like people that had parents that had money, and they would buy them things, and they would be like, you didn't put that together.
Oh, you just see Paul Pierce.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
trash. You got all the Gucci on. You still ain't getting all the
Louis, but the shit not go together right.
And see, I'm not super, like, everybody loves designer shit. However,
it's not.
I'm not, like, super big on it. Like, I just think there's other things that you could buy.
Word.
Like, especially, like, for, like, I think it's with, like, this whole, like, clout chasing era. Like, everybody just want to be in all this fucking drip. I hate that word too.
Word? Nah, I ain't gonna lie to drip. I ain't gonna lie, the word drip is hard. The word drip is kind of hard. He got the drip, he got the sauce.
My brother says, he's like, yo, you see my drip? Relax. And I think it drives me crazy when I see people, like, head to toe designer and you think you fly.
Yeah.
Just because it's pricey don't mean your swagger right.
I could be flying my $50 Forever 21 outfit, and you gotta know how to put shit together.
That's how to wear your clothes. So I'm gonna ask you, like, where is your fashion sense from? You know what I'm saying? Like, from back then, like, what made you say, you know, I like to rock things like this, or like, how would you even describe my fashion? You know what I'm saying?
I think I've always kind of had, like, a tomboy fashion, but in a sense, because I was, like, super like insecure in high school though.
Okay.
Like, I was never, like, you never caught me in, like, any tight clothes.
Talk about it. Why?
I was always like, being thick was, like, the thing in high school, and I was to be honest, like, being thick was, like, the thing, and that was never me. I was tall and skinny. Like, they call me slim. I didn't love that in high school. So, like, I
didn't feel great about that.
Yeah, like,
good.
I didn't feel like I didn't take that as a compliment back then. Now, like, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But, like, I was, like, super, like, insecure, so I found a way to, like, make it work with men's clothes. Men is, like, that's, like, my biggest, like, inspiration.
Word.
Like, if you ever, like, go through my page, I have, like, a very, like, androgynous style. Yeah, like, I'm not super feminine.
You were also, like, daring with your style, though. Like, alright.
Just because I didn't want to look like anybody, though.
Yeah. But people try and get daring with it. And it's just like, whoa, that was bad, bro. That's a bad fit.
You're bad.
That's a bad fit right there.
Like you wanted to check your pants with that zigzag shirt and it did not go, family.
You thought you was unique with it. You uniquely bad.
I think it's just all on how you wear. Cause don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that I've worn like fucked up outfits, but like that doesn't stop me from trying.
Word, yeah.
I'm gonna stay because if I like it, that's all I care about.
Yeah,
I don't really care. Yeah,
that's
like
growth.
I don't
That's
really
growth.
care. Like if someone else, if you don't like it,
Yeah, of
you
course.
Buy it.
It's for you. At the end of the day,
like
it is
that.
completely for you.
Right.
Back in the day. Wait, no, you're good. Yo, wait, I'm not fucking up today. I'm not fucking up. No. What was fucking the show back in the day that was on back in the day with y'all?
That grown up Gotti.
Yo, right? That was it.
Gotti's way.
Yo, when I tell you, and you know what's funny? Like that show was so, that show was so lit. B. I'm like. On Sundays it would come on? Was it like Sundays or Thursdays on like...
I want to say we were like the first reality.
On like VH1.
That was early in the game.
Yo, that was early. Yo, Rich, you understand? I'll dap her, go home. Oh shit, Angie on TV again. Let's get it. Let's get it. Irv, fuck this thing.
I'm so thankful though that social media wasn't a thing back then.
Wait, why
though? To go through that?
I don't think I would have been able to grow up the same. Like I was able to get a job. Like I was able to like go and like essentially experience life without people being in my business and just like staring. Like, don't get me wrong, because when we stopped filming, I started working at Steve Madden in the Westchester. I was like 16, and
you were 16.
Yeah, I was like 16, and I would get people that would like they would remember my face and they would come in just to stare.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I just think about it, I'm like, yo, imagine if we had Instagram back then. I wouldn't really be able to work a retail job.
I wonder if you would have got a job though.
But
I got the job from Steve.
No, I'm not even saying that.
I heard that was some bullshit right there. I got the job from Steve.
Yeah,
I tried to like.
That was with me.
That was a cut of like
super calm.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, good guy. Good guy. A complex. I love that.
Yeah, OD. That's like me working on computer. Yeah, you know, just William just called me and was like,
William, who's William? Bill. You might know him as Bill.
But my thing is though, right? Let's say that you had social media back then. I think with social media, it's all about how you use it. You know what I'm saying? Like there are those that will sell their soul.
But at 16, who's using social media right though?
Right.
True, but true.
No, yeah.
That's why I was saying.
But you got the guidance.
You got the job because you could have just branded yourself at that point.
I get what you're
saying. It's a bunch of strategic pictures. You could have been doing your own fashion thing. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop my own line.
I think that's really hard to say because I also don't have the same mindset that I have now versus then. So that's a hard call.
But you also still would have had support, which is your parents. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, Angie, you tripping? Because I'm sure your pop's gonna check you in a second.
Actually, no.
Okay, I'm sure your mom
was never like the person that's like checking me. He was like,
do your thing.
Yeah. My mom don't play.
Okay, so you would have had someone there
to this day. My mom my dad like encouraged me to experience life. He was like, get a boyfriend, go out, do this, do that. He was like, it's life.
It's gonna come regardless.
Happen. Yeah, he's like, it's gonna happen.
Real N-word.
Right.
Or real nigga.
I was trying to avoid it. I was trying to change it up.
I guess.
I was trying to avoid it, but now you want to go and be cool.
Nah, that's funny. That's funny though because like. When you brought boys home, you had your first boyfriend, you bring him into the crib, you meet him with your pops, he come tie you on a prep for your boyfriend's game. So what was that like?
Wait,
I got a little specific right there, didn't it? Right? I got a little specific.
I'm only thinking one nigga, but I don't know.
Threw a whole name out there.
My dad actually only met him like twice. And
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh shit. And what he think about him? What was his like?
He didn't really say much about him. He didn't really know him.
Yeah.
Guess he ain't invest too much into it. He's just like, you know what?
He's like, yo, this is in high school.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna last.
Yeah, like,
It's a part
right.
of the game.
Yeah, he could hoop, but you ain't going to the league.
Right.
You ain't going to the league.
That's mad funny, yo.
And essentially, it's just not important anymore.
Yeah, real shit though. That's it.
But my question for back then, like, what was it like being that young, being on the show, having to deal with not only the show, but now you're out and about, you're in school. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, dick riding has always been a thing. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm sure, especially because of your whole background family wise, and now it's like, okay, y'all at the time on TV, I'm sure cats or females or in general were just trying to come around you, like your thought process in that time. How'd you feel? How'd you know what I'm saying, navigate the waters?
I almost want to say it was all in like how I was raised. Like, one, I guess because my mom doesn't play that. So like I could literally bring a friend home. She'd be like, "That's not your friend."
Wow.
She'd be like, "That's not your friend."
Damn.
And I listen. So like essentially it was like, because my mom raised me predominantly, because like when I was growing up, that's when my dad was at the height of his career. So like I didn't necessarily I didn't grow up with my dad the way my brothers have him now.
Yeah.
So my mom, she like raised me. So my mom was super involved in everything. Like she had all my friends' numbers, everything. Like
and
my circle.
First,
yeah.
And you were the daughter. So it's
my circle was always tight, and to this day it's still very tight.
Word.
Like I'm very friendly, but like I've always just been that way. Like I'm also very cautious of like the people I keep around me. Cause I think about it, like I just would never want to get in anything that could embarrass my parents. That's like the mindset that I kind of always had.
That's difficult too. Cause like you said, like your pops when you was like younger was like at the height. Like Murder Inc. was like
right.
Like
it's murder.
people,